Lyndsey, and I am married to Matt, and we've been married for 16 years. Just before we moved to Manchester, we really just decided we really wanted to start a family. We started trying, and we moved to Manchester, and life just suddenly became super busy. And so the first 2 years were, the focus was building church, and it was probably a couple of years later that I remember thinking, okay, something, we need to maybe go down the medical route to see if there was any problems with either of us, or whether it was just God's timing. So we went to the doctors and we started, all the tests, and it was looking like, there was a medical problem that's going to make having children more difficult. So that was a real shock to me personally, and because we'd had a clear word from God before we started trying, and we had prophecies about having a baby. I remember just being really disappointed and just trying to find God in the midst of grief and disappointment, and just not knowing a way through, not knowing how do I get through this. Our heart couldn't feel the love and the presence of God, which was really strange and foreign to me. I couldn't pray, I couldn't read my Bible, so I'd made a conscious decision, okay, something has to change, I've got to change the state of my heart. And so on a Sunday, I'd respond to every altar call, and however hard it was to lift my hands in worship, I was going to do that. I was making a declaration, really, that even though my heart wasn't feeling this, this is where I'm going, this is the breakthrough, this is what it's going to look like, and my heart will catch up, my heart will change. And I remember just being there, just saying, I'm here. And it was as though Jesus, literally, I felt the arms of him wrapped around me, and I just knew that was it. That's all I needed, was just his arms around me, to know that he got this, which set me up, really. That breakthrough set me up for the whole of the journey. And because our friends were so full of faith too, this wasn't just us walking this journey, but actually we felt as though we had so many people believing and walking with us, which would just put me back in a place of faith again. I remember being in my bedroom and just talking to God and going, I don't know what to do. And I just felt and heard the Holy Spirit speak to me so clearly, and he just said, let me take this. I remember saying, okay, and my heart began to change. So even though it says that God will give us our desires of heart, when we spend time in his presence, really spend time, our heart becomes his desires, his heart. And suddenly we started to go, okay, enough is enough. We're actually taking on something that is, this is what we were called to do. This is God's heart, and it's now our heart. Our miracle, it didn't look like the miracle that we thought maybe 10 years ago or 4 years ago. The miracle wasn't I gave birth to a child naturally. The miracle became that we would adopt a baby, which we never thought we'd have a baby. But God still was faithful to that promise, and I can honestly say that I could not love him anymore if I'd given birth to him. It's the best thing ever.